on y'all, man? I just hit the broadcast link, man. Since we got everybody up here, let me just do a quick intro. Since I got, you feel me, everybody here now, and I'm excited about this shit because I got Micah Blacklight, I got Bijan Machen, I got Kevin Earthday, I got Chris Sky, you know, the Shula Branch, the School of Branch. Yo, you dig? Like, I got all of my real ill creators right here in one spot, and you guys are just meeting Beej for the first time. But I was telling Kev earlier that Beej, man, he's responsible for really like putting the battery in my back. You know, he's partners with Lychee Bond.
Word. That's so y'all power couple basically is what you're trying to say.
Oh man, yeah. There you go.
You need to unmute, son. We ain't doing mute. You good? You can just popcorn and shit.
So let me give you some context. Beej, Micah Blacklight. This is a mad scientist genius. You know what I'm saying, with the pen. And Kev, man, this dude, his output in terms of music and connecting his message to, like, it's funny, like I jumped on a Twitter space with Beej earlier, and we had a mental health conversation, and Kev, his music is all in that mental health space, man. So the work that he's doing is monumental with that. And then Sky, this dude been loading the whole clip of AI new work that he couldn't even decide with the show today, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, man, I basically, man, I'm just glad to get everybody together, you know, to get everybody together on the vibe, man, real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all say what's up or whatever real quick. I gotta close this window. It's mad loud over here. Hold up.
It's all good. So Bijan, you got unmute, because unless it's loud around you, because we just want you to be able to talk. It's like talk. It's good to meet you. What do you prefer being called Beej or Bijan, or like what's your shit?
Bijan is great, man. Bijan is perfect.
How is you?
And it's a blessing to meet y'all, man. And Tony's inspiration as well. I'm so good.
Are you out on the West Coast
taking
too?
action? Yeah, I'm in LA.
Okay.
So we got 2 East Coast people located, and then we got 3 West Coast located. But I think everybody here is East Coast. Like I'm pretty sure.
Heard.
Oh my goodness. Right. Yo, I'm getting these. I'm getting my 10 together. I'm gonna go last. Where's
everybody else at? Where y'all at?
I'm in DC.
I'm outside DC in Virginia, so technically DMV.
Sky, when the hell did you get? How long you been in DC?
That's what I was saying.
Probably about 6 months.
Oh, okay.
I moved back because of my mom.
Okay. So it's relatively newish.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, look, man. I'm gonna start this off, man, with something real quick that I couldn't really wait to share to y'all, man. And I think this might be a good entry point to just some conversation, but some crazy shit has kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? Like the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I've shared this with any of y'all yet. You know what I'm saying? But last weekend, man, I was at the beach, right? And I'm watching the kids, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna preface this, you know, we talking spiritual, not religious, more or less, you know what I'm saying? But for those purposes, I just want to put it up. So I'm at the beach, man. I'm watching my kids swing, you know, I'm blowing the grid or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm just watching the kids play, and this dude, you know, he approaches me and was like, yo, what's up, man? You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, what's up? What's good, bro? And, you know, he was like, you know, I didn't know what angle he was coming from. So I'm kind of like, you know, off-putting, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, look, you know, and Beej, actually, this goes back to what we was talking about a little earlier. He says, you know, I seen you, man, and you know, I got a message, and I put this up on my gram. He said, you know, I got a message from God for you. You know what I mean? And you know, he was like, man, I used to smoke crack. I was on dope, you know what I'm saying? And I gave my life away to Christ and blah, 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 you know what I mean? And you know, I was like, man, I'm a believer, you know what I mean? That's all good. I was trying to feel him out to see if he was, you know, where his head was at, and just kind of keep it moving. But he was like, man, I got a message for you, man. He said, yo, you're a creator, you know, and God has told me that you have this creative a creative endeavor that you're trying to do, man. And I'm just here to tell you, you need to, you know, pursue it, whether it be writing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So when he said that, like, it kind of stopped me. I was like, damn, I'm gonna listen to this dude, you know what I mean? Cause he had, you know, he was a big dude, had a tat on his neck and shit. And I was like, man, you know, and so
he just picked up on that about you.
So look, so mind you, I didn't have like, you know, I usually walk around with paint on my pants and different things like that, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, I can get kind of spotted as a creative, but I was super low key with my kids, and I'm like, you know, beach shorts, you know, the whole flip flops and the whole nine.
Wow.
There wasn't really any hallmarks on it. So once he said you're a creative and you got a creative endeavor to get into, then I started paying attention, man. He was like, you know, more or less, he was like, man, can I pray for you? I gave him my hands. You know what I'm saying? We had a beautiful prayer, and again, like I say, I don't know everybody's background in terms of the religious belief, faith, whatnot, but this is more about the universe, connectivity, right? So, so with that being said, man, I gave my hands. You know, we closed our eyes. We had an ill prayer, and I opened my eyes, and everything brightened up, right? And he looked at me, and before I said anything, he said, "It got bright, right?" And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And his mans was standing there. It was so moving that his mans was like, man, I gotta pray with you too, bro. He was like, and after he finished, he was like, whatever was on you, you know what I mean? It's lifted now, man. I want you to know that, right? And I'm gonna tell you, right? I'm gonna tell you the course of action this past week. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, matter of fact, that was on a Sunday, and this is last week. So that Monday, I get a call for a project. I get a call from about a new opportunity. I actually got 3 calls on opportunities, bro, that I'm actually involved in right now. You know what I'm saying? I cleared 2 of them and you know, made some paper from it or whatever. And things just started immediately turning up, right? So long story long, this past Sunday, I go to Laguna Beach. No, it's past Saturday. I go to Laguna Beach. And, you know, I went out to interview Julia Quito, man, my homegirl from Pratt, actually, you know, and she had an art show, came from Brooklyn for the Hip Hop 50. They did an art show. I went out there and shot it and got some footage, man, to cut up for the YouTube. And as I'm leaving, one of her peoples, man, this an older lady, man, she stops me. Mind you, so I told you what happened 7 days. She comes up to me and says, I got a message from you. I got a message for you from God, yo. You know what I'm saying? And like when she said this to me, man, it was like I immediately like we're electric, right? We're electric. Our bodies are electric. So you know what I'm saying? My body filled with this electricity. And she said, you know, you're about to just experience some blessings right now. And basically she was like, we started talking about the Most High and whatnot. And she said, you need to ask the Most High to let you know if it's him coming to you through other people. You know what I mean? And mind you, this is without me prefacing the last situation, right? And I ended up praying with her, man, you know what I'm saying? And exchanging the moment to one of those moments where I hugged her like 3-4 times, man.
Yes.
You know,
wow.
Away. You know what I mean? And I drove back from Laguna Beach, man, all the way to, you know, San Diego, you know, I was listening to some D'Angelo or something smooth, you know what I'm saying? I was in my bag. I was like on some vibes, right? But since then, that was Saturday, man, these past couple days, man, and Bees, man, your guy in your Twitter talk earlier, he had mentioned, you know, being obedient. You know what I'm saying? I left a little message up on the gram. Anybody out there, you know what I'm saying? I did leave a message out on the gram just to speak on it in my own language. But that's really been sitting on me the past few days. And I wanted to share that with y'all, man, because, you know, it's in us. I thought it was on me, but it's in me or something like that. You know what I mean? And I say that, you know, in a non-ego type of way. I just say that like, you know, when these type of things happen, man, it makes me feel highly in alignment. And that's why I'm really happy to be talking to y'all right now, because I feel like I'm highly in alignment to what I'm supposed to be doing. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Like it's been told to me by these people, you know, that these vessels, you know what I'm saying?
Mouthpieces.
So I'm gonna leave it right there. But I just want to know what y'all. I'm interested to know what y'all think about that, man. And if anything like that has ever happened to you, I know this is life is art, but that's life and that's art to me, man. You feel me?
I mean, we can popcorn it. You know what I mean? Like before anybody starts hitting, the first thing I want to say is a massive congratulations. Number one, for being in a space to receive it. Number two, for being willing once you locked in. Because right, homeboy, the first one when you just like, I don't know what's that, and then but when it opened up, when the door opens, you're like, oh shit, oh this is legit. Okay, all right, so boom, congratulations for that. And then three, for all the all the opportunities that they've been blessing you with, they've been pouring on you. And the second piece is, I'm curious, Kev, Sky, Bijan, like I'm curious what y'all's spiritual so maybe we should each offer our responses to his experience, and then I'm super curious as to what each one of y'all's spiritual alignment ideology is, modalities, and I'll share mine last. So maybe we could like Kev or Sky or Bijan, like what your responses are, because I know I jumped in real quick.
Well, I just want to say synchronicity. I think when you're on the right path, things have a way, especially the artists, because what we do is not it's not something you can write on like a growth sheet for like a marketplace. It's something that involves faith and a leap of faith, and doors have to open when you take a jump. I heard another rapper describe freestyling as taking this leap into the unknown and hoping that you can land on something. So I think a lot of artistic practices delve into that. And I'm going to quote my friend Silent Mind. I don't remember his whole verse, but he had a bar. He said, confirmation I'm on the right track. It's like that when I write raps. So I think when you get that feedback, it's just confirmation from the universe that you're on the right track. So I know in my own life, when doors start to open for me and things start coming my way, it means that I'm doing, and it doesn't mean like money or awards or anything like that, but just like people giving testimony or people talking to you and you connecting with them in a way that lets you know you're doing something that's beyond just you and your ego and yourself.
Word is bond. I like that bar that you spit too. You know what I'm saying? That's a man.
No, that's dope.
Sky, what you think?
For me, I guess spiritually, I believe in, something is pulling puppet strings out here. I can't say what, I am someone who did grow up in the church as a Baptist and things like that. Read the Bible, read a lot of books, you know what I mean? So, I'm still searching, like the Roy Ayers song, but when I hear that story, it does make me think of don't get me misquoting parables or whatever, but there is one about like somebody who's asking for help from God and show up at the door as this other person, and he's turning God away as these other people. Then God shows up as himself, and the person's like, oh yeah, finally you're here, da 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 da. And he's like, you done turned me away 3 times already. Right? So your story just makes me think that you were open enough to be able to receive him when he came the first time.
That's what the bug out was for me. That's the bug out when she told me that message. You know what I mean? It made me feel like we have to be hyper attentive to who we may dismiss and who we may, let on to. But Beej, man, what's your thoughts, man? And that's solid.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you had that experience. I myself have had many spiritual experiences similar to that. I'm very spiritual myself. And I've had experiences where people have given me prophecies and known information about me that were strangers on the beach, actually, and told me great positive things about the future. And then they asked for money, some of them. And I've also had some straight up come through and ask for money who were pretending to be prophets and do that, and looking for people in certain situations and moving in energies in a deceptive way, looking like they want to help people. So I've seen it used both ways. I've also encountered demons. I've encountered people possessed by demons on the metro in DC late night. dolo and dealt with that and spoke Jesus and the blood of Jesus on that. And, you know, that was a crazy situation as well. So this is a spiritual world that we live in and we're playing in the human realm. But we are spiritual creatures, and there's a spiritual warfare going on. Now, I'm a very positive person. I love to speak on abundance, and particularly why I love abundance so much is because there's a spiritual warfare, and we have to understand that the battlefield is in the mind for all of us. So we got to prepare a solid foundation, and part of that is having other individuals speak into our lives that confirm information that we know to be true. And we got to use discernment. But when you have those experiences where people are speaking and it feels right, and they're speaking into your life, you know it to be true, you got to listen to that and take action on that inspiration, because that's why you're in the season. It's the winning season. You got to stay in that flow, in that zone, keep creating abundantly. Do a 24-hour live stream. Keep going. You know? It's like we master gas. That's how I feel about it. Do more of what you love, and more great opportunities will come. It's an abundance alert.
Abundance alert.
I'm like, I think based off of the sounds, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I'm probably the only one on here who's not the Jesus God person. But but like, the energetics are real regardless. Spirituality is real regardless. Mouthpieces, universal mouthpieces are real regardless. Messengers are real regardless. Messages are real regardless. Feel me? So for me, it's incredibly powerful to witness it, especially in the moment when it's there for you, right? Like, I've seen it happen to other people, but I've had it happen to me, and to be aware in the moment, it's almost like stepping out, going, "Oh shit, you see this? This is crazy," right? And then step back in. You know what I mean? It's just to be like, just to witness it in a very real way, very powerful way. I like having my mind blown. You know what I mean? And I like it when I'm conscious of the moments when I get to be that for somebody else. When universe is speaking through me for them, whatever is coming through me is like theirs, and I'm just like, oh, this is one of the moments I'm getting shivers. This is awesome, right? Like, so I love the awareness around it. I love the acknowledgement around it, and I love that in this particular instance for you, fam, it's 100% positive. You know what I mean? Because like Bijan was speaking on, like, sometimes it's not like, not all the messages, is about the benevolence, right? So I feel like it's amazing when we can be in a space to receive it, B, acknowledge it, and then C, and then act on it. Like you said, like take action on it. You know what I mean? As opposed to like getting the message and being like, that's real cool, and then turn the other way. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's powerful when we get a lesson, learn a lesson, and then apply the lesson. Like, because the application piece can be real challenging for me, for a lot of folk. Yeah, you know what I mean, like, you'd be like, I know it, I heard it, I got it, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so it's real cool. I'm feeling it, and I'm really, really grateful that you felt it.
Man, back to, and hearing you there, man. One of the things that Bees just said was like, me having someone come to me, bro, and give me these two messages in such close proximity. It kind of like, there was a moment where I was like, man, if this is the yin side of it, then the yang side is real. Just like you said, man, if there's that positive heavenly energy, then the demon energy is definitely existing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is 1-to-1 in this game, but I just wanted to just hit y'all with that, man, because hopefully I can kind of like pass some of that vibe along, man. And that's the vibe that we on right now, but yeah, that filled the cup up. Word is bond, man. That filled the cup up, man. So
what can we do to keep you in that flow, bro? What can we do to keep it uplifted and keep it going up?
What it made me think, and it's like not even what you could do for me, it's what we could do for each other, right? And I think what we can do is be obedient to our intuition. Be obedient. That obedience was that main word that keeps resonating with me. It's like how do we be more obedient to like the things that we might think oh man, that was ironic, or that was weird, or maybe I just had this thought, but it was a coincidence or whatever. But I think it's being obedient to like the messages that's coming to us, man, and following up on them things, man. You dig? Like Mike is looking like, yo, the gears is turning, but in order to if you want to help me and help yourself, man, is listen to that inner voice, man. Cause like, you know, that Laguna show, when I went to go and film that, bro, I was at the crib working mad hard. I was like, yo, I got to do this, I got to do that. But I had made a promise to the homie to go and shoot this, and I almost reneged on it. But I listened to the inner voice and said, yo, just go shoot up there. And it was for that direct divine purpose, I think. So listening to that inner voice, man, is what I impress upon y'all, man. You know what I mean? So
I what you were seeing on my face was we all have our associations with specific language, right? Like for me, there's specific words that I just so the minute you changed obedient to listening, I was like, yeah, okay, that feels much better for me. That's like, yes, that's nice, right? I mean, so it's just language. I mean, it's just like the same messages. I swim in my intuition. I mean, like, and I have been for my, like, the gut is real, and it feels amazing that we have it. My thing is, I'm sticking this on a t-shirt. I keep on forgetting to do it. Intuition is socially accepted magic.
Intuition is socially accepted magic. There's magic in everything.
It's one of the few things that doesn't have to make sense, and everybody accepts it. You don't have to. You don't have to explain stuff. Like, there's other forms of magic that you'll have a way harder time convincing people exist, whether it's real or not. You know what I mean? But like intuition is one of those
like science that people are like, oh, it's science, it can be proved, you know?
Right, just all that bull. But intuition is one of them things that cats like, yeah, intuition is real, yeah, fuck it. Right? You know what I mean? And it's just it ain't no logical, no, like, you just turn the corner. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing. It's just you just listening, like
vibes, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes I think intuition is deep because sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it ain't it's nothing. It's like out the blue, right? Like when it's 100% like going, you on the subway, and I had moments where it's like I could take the escalator, I could take the stairs, and I choose to take the stairs. I could take the left side or the right side of the stairs, and a voice in my head is like, take the right side. Yeah. There's no reason. There's no vibe. It's nothing. It's just take the right side. I take the right side, and some crazy shit happened on the left. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what that was about. Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
I love it. It makes me feel so good because it's just listening. And when we recognize that there's several voices, right? So like, there's the voices that you need to listen to, and then there's the ones that you should not be listening to at all. And sometimes they can try and make them sound the same. So you got to feel into like the intentions behind it. Like, do you have my best interests at heart or at mind or at soul or wherever the hell you are? Or are you one of them saboteurs? You know what I mean? Like, are you? I don't know, right? So some people might refer to it as demon energy. Some people might refer to it as like whatever the case may be. You ain't got my best interest at heart. So how do we sift? You know what I mean? How do we start recognizing like the difference in the silences and shit?
Like Bijan was saying, discernment. How do we discern? I mean, I think when you think of art and you think of like channeling a higher power, I know when I make art, sometimes it feels like I come up with an idea and it's not my idea, but like the universe or God or whatever kind of is working through me. But then you got to discern what spirit is coming through you, because just like how in the real world people like to use people for different purposes, maybe it's an energy that's using you for something else, or they want to get their thing out there. So I think when it feels right, when you use your gut and you trust your intuition and you're in alignment, I think that's when the fruit you bear is your best effort. Yeah, exactly.
It's yummy.
So let's say this, like if intuition and following intuition, so it makes me think the best MCs or the best freestyle rappers or whatever MCs in the world must have the best intuition. If they can think at the drop of a dime, the next bar or something like that. Like, I feel like Hov must have impeccable intuition, you know what I'm saying? Because he could just spit, you know what I mean?
Or it shows up in other areas. And everybody has their own gifts too, And I think that's another thing, is being able to use intuition within your
lane,
your decided gift set.
Right.
we all have many gifts that we're blessed with, but we have to make a decision and decide what to focus on to maximize, right? And usually there's a few, but it's not everything, right? Like I can cook, but I'm not working on being a professional chef, although I'm going to be cooking dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's not the thing I'm doing. So, but it's I'll be chefing though, right? So it is a gift, right? But understanding what gift do I want to shine the light on and put the time into sharing with the world in terms of my ikigai, my reason for being, what I want to offer to the people that I share this earth with. So that takes also discernment, but also decision making.
Yep.
And that's another good topic that you've exhibited, Tony, is just deciding to do something. Like I've watched you be a decision maker and be a deliberate creator. And it could be using intuition, but intuition is nothing without taking action. If Micah takes the left side of the steps, even though his intuition said right, then what good is intuition? So being able to make the decision to act upon intuition, to experience the joy and the benefit of success and still being alive. You know, I'm sure we've all skipped death a couple times. You know, thank you for that extra 1 inch to the right or whatever it was. But yeah,
man, that's real. So let me just segue into this whole. All right, boom. I'll segue into this, right? Because we had this conversation about AI and how much of us is going into the AI and how much the universe or the AI itself is creating this immaculate art, you know, via these prompt engineering. Micah was fervently against this, you know what I'm saying, on our last conversation, but has since changed his ways. And I'm really excited to see what you created this week. And Sky has a full clip loaded for you to go head to head. Can one of y'all share y'all screen, man? And I want to look at, I can't wait. I wanted to talk some gibberish and I wanted to wild out, but I can't wait to see what has been created this past week. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that you could share your screen on this joint, but let me see. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see.
What are y'all working on? What have y'all been making?
So Sky can speak on his. I'm still a hater. I'm just choosing to like.
So like, I had a hell of a time
all the way in bed with the devil.
Yeah, I had a hell of a time trying to decide like what to put in here, because I've just been having a great time making shit, and I generally like a ton of it. Like I like a ton of it, but after our last conversation, you know, with us talking about, I guess, authenticity, I guess, is really like, I guess, at the root of it. You know, and we were talking about I think Tony mentioned like art school values and how we create and how we use the AI and stuff like that. So like I was over here trying to unlock like making aliens, you know what I'm saying? Like I was really over here trying to unlock making aliens, but then like I was just thinking about like a lot of stuff that we had talked about, and you know, to varying degrees of success with the aliens, because you know, it's very much trying to create kind of what I see in my mind, and beyond, we've never seen aliens, so you know,
you've never seen aliens.
Okay, I've never I mean, I've seen alien looking things, but
we may have seen them not even known, you know.
There might be one
an unknown entity to you know, for real. So you know,
I think if you hit the present button at the bottom, I think that might be the joint. Like, do you have a present button?
I don't know. Like,
yeah, let me see what I got right quick. I'm gonna show you the joint. Like, I have. Let me see if I can.
Did you put
Sky, man? You hook it.
Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to.
All right, because I think I'm gonna see what happens with do this button. Boom. I'm gonna hit this. Slides. Yep. Okay, so so Scott, are you on a laptop?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the bottom of your browser, there should be a little menu that says mute, stop cam, settings, present, leave studio. That present joint is how you change it.
Okay. Okay.
So here, while he doing that, let me see here, man. I might have like I posted this up on I don't even got it, man. I might be asked out.
Oh,
hold on a second.
All right, so while he's looking and while Sky is getting ready to do the thing, I'm gonna speak my hateration, right? Okay, so here's the deal. Basically, the way, I don't know if y'all know, I know me and Kev have already gotten into it. Bijan, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Mid Journey and the Dolly and them joints, like the A joints or the AI joints, but how they're trained. You familiar with like how they're trained on like bajillions of art that nobody said, okay, please train my shit on. Okay, so to the extent where like I did a piece of, I don't even like saying I created anything when it comes to AI, because I'm like, this is whatever. I prompted some stuff and this is what came out. But one of the joints that I made, but I prompted, came out with like a blurred logo. I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, they fucking ganked this off of something, man. Like, whatever. But that being said, I recognize the genie is out the bottle. Pandora's box is freaking open. This is what's going to happen. This is what's already happening. I will not be obsolete. So I put my morals to the side like a lot of Americans do. And and I started playing with the toys. Damn, hold up. You got, how can we make that
This
bigger?
is one of my I don't know if I can make this bigger. This is one of my favorite recent little series, man.
Oh, wow.
I did a series of
Why is that
I
beautiful?
did a series of like New York street shots, man, and I put these up on the gram. But to me, man, this felt like this is just me. I'm screen sharing, man. But this is one of the joints I did, man. It feels like Brooklyn. It feels like a girl I know. Like, she got a half a spliff in her left pocket. You know what I'm saying? And
why is she banging though? She's amazing, yo.
And like I could go to her and I could talk to her about like some real shit, you know what I'm saying, is going on, you know what I mean? Like she seemed like she got good advice.
It's very dope, man. It's a really great tool. I love the stuff you've been making, by the way. And let's get more of that on YouTube.
My ladies in love with this shit too.
Yeah, man. I feel like you at this point you could do a course, man. You could do like a mini course on just the basics of what you've learned how to create with prompt engineering on Mid Journey, and just showing people how Mid Journey works, because it's a roundabout kind of process.
Don't show them, don't teach them. No.
Yeah, man. You don't have all the sauce, but you could give them a sample.
Look how beautiful she is, yo.
I'm giving all the sauce out, man. I think, man, the game is they say the game is to be sold, not to be told. But I think what's happening, man, is we're still looking at like, if you look at if you remember the one of my favorite movies, man, American Psycho, you know what I'm saying? This joint.
I saw the movie in the theater, and I was the only one laughing during the movie.
but American Psycho, as a scene, he pulls out a big ass, what is it, laser disc, and he's playing like laser disc before he, like, you know what I'm saying? And I guess the whole hype about that is, at the time, man, the laser disc was how you played music for somebody that came to your house. And now it's we don't have any physical form of music listening. It's all transmitted
vinyl,
through
maybe vinyl.
Vinyl, of course,
vinyl
man.
Folk, but most people is streaming. They all just
you know what I mean.
Lower sound quality too, usually, if it's streaming.
You're an audiophile. Half the people don't care. It's just we just
That's
listen
true.
to music. We just listen to music.
I gotta go out and come back in.
I just say that to say, man. I say that to say that, like, where we're at with AI right now, to me, is like, you dig, it's I can give the game away, man, because I feel like, we're gonna be leaps and bounds away from where we already are at right now. And I think, 2 years, 3 years from now, man, and the more, of the homies you put on, or the more people you give that game to, the better, for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to even put my mom, I want to make sure my mom's know how to use her iPhone to the best of abilities at an older age. I want to make sure she's up on her tech game, you know what I mean? Because the way it's working, man, if you're not up on this tech game, man, you're going to really get left behind, because it's an application and a tool that's just used, you know, when there's nobody that's gonna be working the fries at Mickey D's, man, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have
You're gonna be right in some other way.
Is more industries. It's fascinating though, because I feel like we've gone so utterly. This is like the wildest. Like, we went from, okay, you got artists who spend their lives like crafting, honing a voice, an artistic voice. Like they go in on paint, or they go on ink, or they go on whatever, right? And they spend tons and tons of time like molding and shaping and fucking up and doing all the things, and they finally get a voice that people want to see. And so they're like, I can sell my shit now because people come to me because of my style. And then you get these people who come along and go, that's awesome. Let me take that, and yours, and yours, and yours. And then I'm a pilot all into this one spot where I can access all your shit, any one of your styles in 60 seconds or less. And I'm gonna spit it out, and it'll be gorgeous. It'll be fucking beautiful because it's got a little piece of all these souls. Hold on, just let me finish. It'll got a little piece of all these souls, right? And so that's what we're dealing with. But then it's trippy because it's like, okay, so now you've democratized it in a really twisted, non-moral way, but whatever, you've done it. You've democratized it, and you've made it so a whole bunch of people who've not been able to express themselves in this way can now do it. For the first time in their lives, they can put ideas that they've been stuck in their head. They can put it in a gorgeous, like amazing, manifestation on the screen, right? Okay, boom. But then you have these prompt streams. So it's a machine that's copying styles, and then you have prompt streams that people can copy your new. Pulling the copies of the stuff, so we're like copying the copies of the copying. It's bananas right now.
It's like music when an artist samples a song that's a sample of a sample
of a sample of a sample of a sample, and it's amazing what comes out of it. I'll be the first to acknowledge there's a whole bunch of artists that say it's soulless, it's ugly. I'm like, fuck that, yo. Some of this shit is gorgeous, like it really, really is, but it's so meta. It's so meta because like it's bananas right now.
Well,
Hold up. You
muted, Tony.
I want to hear everything you're saying.
I gotta argue with that, because think about graffiti art and back in the day. I mean, yeah, if I come up with an ill style in my black book, as soon as I put it on the train and it go all city, then everybody fight it. You know what I'm saying?
There's a whole bunch of people who can't.
It's no different though.
That's the difference. Is there's a bunch of people who can't bite your style.
Right.
They can't. They can try to ask for it.
You're saying with the AI, it makes it easy for anyone to just.
That's the difference. The difference with the AI is not only can it, but it can sample millions of them in seconds. Millions.
But look,
okay. I got something. There was a story I read about a guy who was making beats, and then he came across a drummer, and the drummer said, "Well, you're just sampling your drums from other songs. Why don't you get a drum set and play the actual drum?" So I did that. And then somebody came to him and said, "Well, you didn't make that drum." So he went out and he got a goat, and he like grew the goat, and he sheared it, and he took the skin from the goat and made his own drum from it. I mean, like, how far do you have to go through the process?
I'm sorry. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put
how involved in the process do you have to be to be authentic? Is my question.
That's not even. It's like not even an equivalence. Like,
I mean, we're not using daguerreotypes anymore. We're using these to take pictures now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not doing dark room.
Right.
If you are, it's for a specific purpose.
Where's the line for authenticity?
I hear you, and we can agree to disagree, or maybe disagree and disagree, because I don't think it's even close. I think those are false equivalencies. I think they're specious arguments, meaning they don't make any sense.
You've been using AI for the last 15 years.
But not this way.
Not this way, but we've been doing this.
I haven't said AI is evil. I haven't said AI is bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this program, these software, like, it's done in a way that it's never been done before.
There was recently a clip of I think it was DJ Jazzy Jeff talking about Quincy Jones or whatever. And Quincy was like, if I tell this guy to play this instrument, and then I tell another guy, you got to play the drums like this on here, and then I tell someone else, you got to play this other part, and then they all come together and it makes this beautiful song. Who actually made the song, though?
To me, it's that's one of those things where it's like, without the visionary, there would be no song.
Right. So that's the part that you play when you sit down and you start creating these prompts.
Except for the fact that when you tell the drummer and when you tell the instrumentalist, they're there because they want to be. Whereas with this, ain't nobody say yes. Nobody. That's my only. And again, listen, I'm using it. See what I'm saying? Like I understand. I'm saying,
hold up. Let me
just own it. We should just own. Like we should own what's actually happening. I'm not saying it's evil. I'm just saying own it. Own what's actually happening. Don't act like it's the same as no. It ain't never been the same as this. I
understand what you're saying, and I think your problem with this whole thing is, Micah, is if you invent a super dope prompt that you like someone. So what you need to do is you need to get yourself a private server, and you can do that on Midjourney.
I'm good with that. That's not
right. Okay. That's
my whole shit is just the plagiarism it's based on. Again, I'm saying I'm using it. I'm down, but if you can create a piece where you'll see the blurred out logos. I did that. It showed up on my shit. That means they sampled somebody's shit that had a fucking logo on it, bro.
How's that different than chopping up a 70s soul sample so that it doesn't sound like the original, like disguising a sample? How's that different?
How many samples can you chop up in one song? And how quick does it take to do it?
You can do it real quick nowadays.
No, tell me what real quick means. How quick?
I mean, every song we listen to is a remake of pieces of some other song.
There's a bunch of them. Now, how long did it take to make them songs, though?
The speed at which we're doing anything is expedited.
Well, I mean, I think
it should be.
Well, I'm doing like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
This is where Micah's gears start getting turned right now, yo. He start boiling.
Like, for me, it's super simple. Like for me, it's all about ownership. I think now this is just my take, right? I think all the people who are like, it's just like this, it's just like that. I think you're all wrong. And the reason I think that is because it's literally never been done to this magnitude. It's like when humans do shit, we copy nature, right? Like we saw beavers making dams and we were like, ooh, let's make Hoover. Like we take shit and we just go super freaking mega. What are you doing with it?
Micah, I would be remiss to say that you sound like, and like, I'm gonna just hit you with this, bro. Like, respectfully, right? You sound like the dude that grew up on Outkast, you know what I'm saying? And then the Migos came out and he was like, yo, the Migos is terrible. You feel me? Because you just like so inundated by the Outkast in that era. And to me, this is evolution. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna like anything that you wear in terms of apparel. They had mood boards up. They looked at all types of different fabrics to create the scarf that's around your neck. We still like artists. And the pro side of this thing is that, like you said earlier, this is reigniting imagination to people who can't physically, you know what I'm saying, or don't have the skill sets, or maybe not even had the I guess didn't have the time or the opportunity to go learn how to do a lot of shit, and they can skip some steps, but they should still be able to create on a high level. Right. I think the real artists don't have anything to worry about, because a real artist, like you said it yourself, you have ideas. You wake up with 14 new ideas. You did, you know what I'm saying? You'll never have a shortage of ideas based on what the Most High has blessed you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can revel in that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can bite your whole scenario and you could just turn around and make a whole new one. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna quote Souls of Mischief. They bite flows and we make up new ones.
What you're negating and all that is the society we've built. If everything you're saying would be lovely if we was like equal playing field, if everybody's needs were taken care of, if we didn't have bills to pay and we didn't have to scramble to pay them, but we do. So it's different. It hits. I think I'm saying, hold on. I'll let you go. Here's where I think we popping, right? Because, and again, I can totally be quiet. Like this is not like, it's not like the big, I got my art waiting, you know what I'm saying? Or not even my art, whatever, the art that I created.
That's your art, man.
But for me, for me, it's about authenticity. And when I say authenticity, what I mean is ownership in our lives and cause. When you hear motherfuckers talking about like people always keeping me down, and you start looking, you dive deeper, and you see the choices they done made. and you see how many bad choices they done made, and you see how they always pass in the buck and they never take accountability for their own shit. For me, it's all about taking accountability. Even if the choice that you're choosing to make is not necessarily a moral one or a good one, just own it. Just own it. So for me, my biggest thing is just own the fact that it's a shit ton of plagiarism it's baked into the way this software is made. And then, okay, I'm good. But don't act like I'm some kind of dude who's like pushing back and, oh, it's the new thing and you just want to be the old. Nah, I just want you to own what the fuck is actually happening. Feel me? Because that's happening. That's real.
Definitely own it. Definitely own it. Don't argue it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? So what's next?
And then we move.
Yeah.
Let's create.
But
like,
this is
I would never deny that. I would never deny that that's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, that's plagiarism is happening all over. Our data's being used.
No.
YouTube is gonna use this conversation to sell people products
from all of these other places, but it's also it's a different type of work though to get what you want out of it, and like just me trying to create the alien I'm trying to see in my head or the feel that I'm trying to create. Like, to be honest, I didn't make it. Like, I haven't made it yet. I spent all week on that shit. You know what I'm saying? How much you talking about 15 minutes to create a beat? You know what I'm saying? It's taken me a whole week to get things that I kind of like and will share with you guys. Like,
it'll take the whole lifetime to get to 15 minutes to make a beat. You know?
Yeah.
Like, how deep does the prompt engineering go? Like, let's talk about that, because like, Tony, the stuff you're making is not regular. Like people aren't just outputting stuff like that. So like, how deep are you going on the prompts? And how much research have you done into the level of detail needed to get something like that right there?
Like an incredible amount, you know what I'm saying? And this one is, this to me is not very good at all. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I could take this concept and idea much further. Oh, my bad.
Unmute.
Hey, you're muted.
Tony, unmute.
I can't. All right, you got me? All right, hold on a second. Let me go. It takes a lot of work, man. And if I show you like the first prompt that I did compared to, you know, now, it's a lot of learning. Even Sky in his exploration has told me things that, you know, I'm still learning on the fly. So here, let me go back to.
It's constantly changed. So I'm taking off my hater cap now, and now we put in the light cap. Okay, so it's always changing. It's organic as fuck. It's moving all the time.
I can even show you like a lot of mistakes. I'm trying to find something that's not like terribly bad. But I was working with my brethren trying to come up with some you know, some Puma stuff. We were trying to, you know, do, you know, some things to put on a lookbook. The ad campaign, right? And this is kind of like some of the stuff that we's pulling up. Can you see that? Y'all can see that pretty good?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
man, I keep messing up.
That's the one thing that's hilarious. We're talking about how AI can't get the hands right. And they were talking about one of the reasons for that was because when the AI is trained, it's not trained on body parts. Like, this is a hand. This is the AI doesn't know what the fuck a hand is. It's trained on all these images, these art. And so many people make the hands like kind of over here. You know what I mean? Up here, right? So it just sees a lump. You know what I mean?
No. To be honest, man, like the AI now, Midjourney 6 is much different than when we started on Midjourney. Like, I don't know, most people got onto it like Midjourney 3 or something like that. But when I first did my first piece of AI, bro, I could look and see that one eye was different than the other. No, they were from different places. Like they took this eye from here and this eye from there, and together that form. And you could upscale it to make it look right. But I just showed this to show. What's that?
Is 6 out?
No, yeah, well, we're 5, 5 something like that. But
you got 6. I want 6.
But this going back to Bijan's question, yeah, man. Like, I think if someone just put in, you know, something, maybe they'll get, you know, stumble on something dope. But you have to be very intentional, I think, to be really good at this. And I got a homie that's been doing, you know, AI before people even knew what, you know, AI was, and selling work at Sotheby's and and doing some really big things, you know what I'm saying? But I know his post-production work, even the work that comes out of Midjourney and goes into the next phase, it's incredibly arduous. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of tweaks, man, just like anything else. You know what I mean? So I guess, man, you know, I have a different stance on things, whereas I worked in the fashion and apparel industry for a long time, bro. And I would do work, you know, working at Jabot years ago, man. I would do a fucking design that I thought was super fucking dope. And they would tell me, oh, we can't sell this shit. And then 3 years later, that design is fucking everywhere. And it's like a new age of kids doing that type of design work. And it's like I developed this early on that, you know, the game be sold, not the like, it's like I can never take it personal. Like I want somebody to bite my style, you feel me? Because I want to be, I guess, put in that space where I have to go to the next level, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's interesting to hear from an artist like that's as incredibly talented as you, that's your stance. I think that's a traditional artist in you, but you're the last person that I would think will worry about anything that anyone else is doing in art because you're so brilliant. But it's like the artist in you. You know what I mean?
I hate you. For me, it's about authenticity and accountability. But I told you, I took off the hater cap.
Like that, people are gonna like, get over with their art, but artists have been.
It's not a worry. It's not a worry, bro. I'm just acknowledging what is in my world.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. After that, I'm like, cool. Now we can, you know.
Now let me ask you this: are you saying that because you feel like people aren't pointing out this aspect or shedding enough light on that aspect of AI in the game? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got you.
Got cats who are like coming up on it and being like, "Yo, here's my art. I'm gonna sell it for X amount. Here's my art. I'm gonna sell it for X amount. You ain't never did a fucking lick of work, and all of a sudden you coming up on some old, yo, here my, you know." And so that's cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna knock the hustle. It's cool. I'm not gonna knock the hustle. You know what I mean? But it's like, for me, the artists like you who been doing work, like work. You've been doing work in different mediums over different years. Like for me, you can do what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't put in work. It's mad people who've put in zero fucking work. And for me, in my head, that just messes with me. But again, so what?
You gotta start somewhere.
So at the end of the day, honestly, so what?
Right.
So what?
Right. But you know, that's the same as, man, there's a lot of underground MCs and musicians, you know what I'm saying, that are way better than the mainstream and the people who are popular because of their work ethic or whatever. The same way there's like in the NFT game, and this is what I was gonna say to you, Beej, like, because we jumped in the NFT game pretty swiftly, you know what I'm saying? And he's, you know, making major headway in that world, you know, as we speak, even still, you know, and has a great community. And I looked at it and I saw a bunch of people coming in, making NFTs and selling fucking shit work, you know what I'm saying? But then I realized the people in my peer group or my cipher, you know, they weren't just selling like NFT art. It was their whole, you know, their whole cipher. Yeah, their whole thing that goes into why I'm buying from this person, you know what I'm saying? And it goes a little bit far behind just a JPEG being minted onto the blockchain. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it like
Scott, show me some work, man.
No, I'm officially just stopped. Like I'm not trying to argue it at all.
My screen
is this saying it won't share, Scott?
I don't know what
the button is. The go to the bottom.
I did that.
And you said
I
present?
have like a smaller box here that is sharing.
Oh,
but
it's not.
It's not.
All right, let me see if mine will do it.
So I don't know. Maybe I have to stop my cam. I don't know.
If I do it and it works,
okay, hold up. So let me see if I can put a media slide up real quick. This might be on me. Can you try to? Are you presenting right now, man? Let me see if that works.
It says is sharing a window.
Did you go to slides or did you go to share screen?
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I got you right here. Bam.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, wow.
Let's go.
Oh, look at how beautiful this is.
Let me make sure. I'm gonna add something here. Hold on a second. I gotta add like a.
Was that Scott? Was that one of yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was one of them.
So, Micah, I have a question. I think I know the answer.
Cover myself up so we can see Sky work, man, and take a look at this. Man. Now, look, this stick is get over.
Hold up. You gotta stick to your 10. You gotta stick to your 10. Look at this bad. So that's your blaxploitation, motherfucker.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to start there.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is like one of the very first images that I created, and I was like, oh shit, it's on. You know what I'm saying? So that was to bring the last episode to this one kind of full circle or whatever.
Right here, bro.
And then,
that's all.
You know, then I just started putting spacemen everywhere. You know, and I was just thinking like this is kind of what it would be like if we went somewhere else and started trying to colonize and stuff like that.
Oh man,
let me ask y'all a question, man. I've been seeing a lot of like space inspired, you know, ancient Egypt inspired work, you know what I'm saying, from the community. Do you guys think that this is because it's a collective consciousness that we all have, or is it just influence from sci-fi film and things like that? Like, is it the sci-fi or the influences of the media and films we grew up with, or is it a collective consciousness that we have? Because that's one of the questions I was trying to figure out. It might be
a little bit of both, but I also think, at least for me, because I also pull in from African influences when I'm like coloring my aliens and things of that nature and trying to do stuff. And I think it's like, for me, I was talking about it with my mom, and I was like, I'm really just trying to blackwash the future, to be quite honest with you. And
seeing, you know, does that mean seeing like, you know, black and brown folks in spaces that we haven't seen them in before?
Correct. You know, and I feel like, you know, space is such an uncharted territory that you get a chance to make a new, you know what I'm saying, going forward. You know, we pushing
on the hour, and I'm all bad to cut you real quick. I want to get your full 10 clip because I want to see Micah full 10 clip. You know what I'm saying? Okay, like, man, murderous right there, bro.
Hold up, are they gonna cut you off at an hour?
No, they're not gonna cut me off in an hour, but you know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure, you know, we don't
I got you.
You too crazy, you feel me?
Oh, that's
a vibe, man. That's Afrofuturism at its finest.
At its finest, bro.
I think I know the answer to this question, but I still want to get Micah's opinion. Have you heard any of the AI raps where they take another rapper's voice and they?
Man.
I purposely won't listen to him.
Okay, I figured that was the stance you would take.
Man, but yo, Bird, I can't front the joint that Timberland put up. Man, that's hard right there.
That's
smoke.
The one I was. Yeah.
This is beautiful.
The joint that Timberland put up, best one I heard. I heard
kind of a full circle moment of the porcelain niggas comment.
Right.
And I was like looking for something similar.
I mean, he looked like, not for nothing, he looked like he could be, you know, like a cousin or something of you, bro. Like he looked kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, like family.
Yeah, I've been looking at me through the camera, yo.
But it's in close.
And then this is me kind of like coming into Mid-Journey, though.
Look at them hands, bro. Look at them hands.
That's tough, bro. This is one of my. It reminded me of G.I. Joe, man, or something like that from back in the day, too. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. What?
And this was me using the exact same prompt that I used in Deep Dream Generator in Mid-Journey to see what happened. You know what I'm saying?
He got the industrial zipper. Bomb-proof set.
Bees, I want to ask you a question, man, because when the NFT boom hit, heads wasn't making AI artwork, and it's kind of ironic to me that we in like a little crypto pocket where, you know, the crypto isn't booming like it was, and the NFT game is not as it was, but then the AI is booming, right? So everybody's got all these clips to load. What do you think is gonna happen, man? You think people gonna be minting more, or like what's gonna happen with the NFT game? You dig?
I do think we'll see a rise in crypto. We'll see some things heat up, I think, as we get into the summer and the fall. I think we'll see some shifts in the economy. There'll be some tightening up in certain areas, and there'll be some relief and government relief and some investing in other areas. But it'll definitely be AI involved in every single business in your life.
Period.
All of
and maybe even AI dominated in the NFT game, yo. I mean, well, it's just going to be a part of what it is, then, right?
Yeah, and I think it's interesting to think about how we can use AI and Web3 technology at the same time.
Yo, are
y'all entrepreneurs out there?
Are y'all peeping this beauteousness right here? This is
it's going crazy, man. This is you gotta write a movie with these
right
here, man. Yo, that's the next thing. Like their character generation is like they come with ideas, they come with stories. You're like, oh my god, you got histories behind you. Like, look at this shit.
What do y'all think about action figures? Like these, we need to get this made into toys and put into every Walmart, Target. Like
we need some kind of facilities
kind of characters
for folk who can do semi-quality action figures that's more accessible to people. Because like I done looked that up and it's not a lot at all, yo. And the ones that are good are dumb expensive. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
business play. Oh, you really been holding some in the clip, bro. I see you've been holding a couple of joints.
Like 1,000 of these little alien people, yo. Like it is, it's ever evolving, trying to get different skins and jewelry and ornaments and putting them in different clothes and all to get to something that like I can snatch and then start to put in different situations. This has been the character study that then I want to take these and like
all right, man,
putting them in food lines and stuff like that, and different, just different situations.
Are you animating these? Have y'all heard of Runway ML?
Runway ML.
Say it again. Runway what?
AI videos. Runway.
Shit.
Download that ASAP. Runway.ml.
Runway.ml. See, whenever I don't have my hater cap on, I'm all about it, right?
Yeah, so you can take a video clip that you have on your phone. You could take a B-roll video clip off the internet, off of Pexels or wherever. You could also just record something on your phone, put it into here, and it'll turn it into a different style, like an anime style or animated style.
Wow. Yeah, I just posted a couple. I've just posted something like that, with the
is that Dali one? Is that Dali style? Was that the one? Did you use Runway for that?
Yeah, I don't think it was Runway, but it's a similar style platform that I can't really. I don't remember the name of it, but if by the time I put this on Tube, I'll make a clip of it and try to add that for people. But I downloaded something today called Restyle, and that was like there's all these apps that you can put your videos in, and it'll cartoon animate you or give it like a templative aesthetic. You know what I mean? So, man, Sky, man, yo, let me get one more, man, before I let.
That was the last one.
I want you to go back. Go back 3 images because I want to see the. It was the one with the woman. That one. This one to me, man, is that one. This one to me stole it to me because this one, it's the expression, man, like the look on her face. This is the joint that Captain Kirk he gotta beat that up before he he gotta holler. He gotta go.
That is like the highest compliment because that is like something that was like in the back of my mind. Like, Captain Kirk gotta smash like these. You can't be no fug ugly.
All right. What you got, bro? What you got? You got something? Can I just take? I don't know if I could take this.
I guess I'm gonna stop sharing then.
I should be either just once you press present.
Did you do that? Like, did you share his screen or like how'd it work?
Nah, you just press present, and I gotta add it to this media box right here. You know what I'm saying? But if you hit present,
and Scott, did you present share screen or did you present slides?
I did share screen.
All right, let's do the share screen shit. Sharing screen.
And then this is Micah's smaller box, and then he'll do his thing.
This is Micah's clip.
Yup.
This is fire though, man. This is fire. I like this the aspect to sit here with brethren and look at work that's just been created. You know what I'm saying? It's it's so like immediate, you know. I mean, not immediate. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just this can. We're in a space right now where I'm not seeing yours pop up.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to. It's having me like figure out what tab I can share, and I'm like, wait, stop it. Let me see what.
I guess it. But yeah,
you would have to go over to like Windows.
No, I'm good. I gotta get it. Bang. System.
So I got a question to kind of bring it back to what we started with. Does AI or computers, do they or will they one day have what us humans consider as like souls? Are they sentient? No. Will they become sentient? Will they have souls at some point?
I'll let y'all jump, but my answer is, the short answer is yes.
Yeah.
And it's because
there was a moment maybe earlier this year or last year where Google ended up firing some people.
I'm gonna jump out and then jump back in
because they started talking about how their AI chatbot
revolting, right?
Yeah, it started talking about how it didn't want to die and stuff like that. So like that's
deep.
Yeah,
that's deep.
Yeah, it makes me that type of stuff puts me right in my little sci-fi bags of different shows and shit like that.
Like Blade Runner or something, you know?
Like Person of Interest. I don't know if y'all ever watched that, but it was like J.J. Abrams produced show. It had what was the dude that played Jesus Christ in Passion of the Christ? He was like the main guy or whatever.
Jim
Cassavetes or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but he was like running around town shooting shit up or whatever. But it was all based around
okay, got you.
AI. It was all based around them creating an AI to find like terrorists and stuff like that.
Okay.
But what it would do is that it would ignore all of the other crime that it could predict.
Gotcha. All right.
Spit out like all these other numbers and stuff like that. And so then they went around trying to chase, trying to save people.
Oh, okay, pull it up, son. Pull it up. Pull it up, son.
Okay, Micah.
Oh wow. So that is amazing.
Crazy.
Once we took off the hater cap, I was like, all right, let's see what the fuck we can make, right? All right, so let's go. So I started messing around with the characters first, you know what I'm saying? And like just figuring stuff and messing around, and then
that looks like something you would actually like make physically, like sew and like put together, you know? That's like wear, you know?
Yep. Yep. That's why, like, it was a love-hate relationship. Even while I was doing it, I was like, "Oh, I hate you. Oh, I can't stand you. Oh my god." And then where's the one? Okay, let's do this one.
Wow, that's spooky.
Yeah, these would be dope action figures, man.
Yeah, I'm down with the action figure conversation, yo. I'm so down, like for real.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got into I can't. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. All right, so which one was this one? Was this the? Okay, so.
Oh wow.
What?
That was a shift, right? So this is me going into like where I was actually trying to go, like seeing magic beings on the subway, like you're like. Maybe it's horns, maybe it's not. Is this an outfit? Is it not? Is she? What the fuck is at her feet? Like the AI? Is that a big dog? Like what is happening right now?
Yeah, it's very surreal.
Yeah,
that's hard, man.
New age surrealism.
Yes. So I was going back and forth between like characters and then not, and then characters and then not. Let me think. Let's pull that one. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So let's fuck around with different styles.
I love the color in this, man. The color is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's cool and it's hot at the same time. Now, when you're making these, are you saying to yourself, man, I'm gonna paint this large format? You know, are you putting the stats together a reference, or are you just thinking this is solely separate from your visual art?
for me right now, I'm just playing with this new interface. Like I purposely didn't put in anything that's close to my heart, anything that's close to any real projects I got, because I want to. Right now, it's 100% separate. I'm not there. But then I went all over the place. Like, so then I did like photographic shit.
Oh wow!
Let's see the photograph. I want to see you get into this bag.
Yeah,
that's tough, bro. That's tough right there, man. Mm-hmm. And that's Micah Blacklight all day. You know what I mean? It's just an extension of your pen work. I'm gonna have to, everybody got to take a look at Micah's his pen work. You know what I'm saying? He draws things like this. You know what I'm saying? It's I see your language coming out in this type of work. You know what I mean?
Super trippy, like this. It was super trippy, bro. Like I can't front. It was weird. It was like this is strange, yo. Like I'm kind of bugged out.
The shadow in the water is like everything to me.
And it's like, what is happening there? Yeah, I mean, because a bunch of stuff, you know, y'all have already used it, so you know, you do the prompts, and then it'll just throw in some shit, and you be like, what the fuck is that? Yep.
What's interesting is one of the things I like about both of y'all brothers' work is Sky has a language that he's developed, you know, with this the porcelain niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like the thing, you know what I mean? But even from you, Micah, this is in your it's in your bag. It's kind of, you know, what is from your origination, you know what I mean? And looking at your work, Sky, like you're creating a whole new language, that a chamber that you might not even stepped into, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope.
Look at that one.
Man, that's amazing.
I don't even know. Yeah, give me a prompt for this so I can just steal it and redo it and post it. Word up.
I will send it to you.
Yeah.
I was just looking at like what would happen if it's like a photo shoot. Like what, because this thing is so good. This platform or whatever is so good. You can do shit that looks like a painting. You can do stuff that at first glance, unless you're familiar with the kind of AI aesthetic, you just be like, oh, this is an editorial. Somebody went through a lot of time and money to put this together and took a shoot and like red fucking
Instagram account. I looked at the Instagram account and it said like such and such photography, and I knew like all of the images were, you know, they did a pretty good job trying to do editorial photos, but it was clearly AI. I mean, because I have that eye, but I could see how someone that doesn't have that eye could look at it and be like, oh, this is a dope photographer. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. And that's where the moral value gets twisted for me when motherfuckers is trying to like cap, you know.
Real shit. They've been winning photography competitions with AI.
Yep.
The photographers pissed too, but some of them are into it. Yep. You know what I mean? This one is hard, man.
I was all over the place. Crazy. I was going like from characters to like photos to like back. I wanted to play, and then I did this motherfucker. Is this him? Yo.
No. This is Apocalypto right here, yo. This is real.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The same thing, man.
Now, what blows my mind around some of these is look in the background at the statues. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's tough.
What kind of what is happening?
So for Micah, for me, I'm gonna say, man, this Apocalypto is kind of hard body. I'm gonna actually say for Sky is definitely the blue woman that Captain Spock is gonna drag. You know what I'm saying? Captain Kirk. My bad. Yeah, Captain Kirk is gonna drag the blue woman. For you, to me, I think my favorite is the photograph with the woman's upper torso. That one right there, man, got me right there. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my favorites.
The one with the red sand.
Yeah, red sand is
that's my favorite one too.
I don't know. It's between the red sand and the one with the shadow in the water.
All right, now peep this. Right.
Whoa.
That's my
guy. If that guy's coming after you, you gotta run.
That's my guy.
Yo, you do not throw hands with that guy.
Nah, yo.
I gotta rip your head off.
This dude won flat boxing champion 1987. You know what I'm saying? Like South Central or something for sure. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Golden gloves.
And it looks like he's got two bodies like half of one guy and half of a different guy.
Word.
Like the arms are different, the hands are kind of different size.
Yeah.
And
Yo,
then
what kind of
what
dogs is
kind of skull is at his belt, bro? What kind of animal did he murder?
Yeah, yo, that's the wild crotch protection right there, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
My man got 2 mouths. It's 2 freaking mouths right here, bro. Like, what is happening, yo? And this shit is metal. That's
again, I love the color of that. So you didn't do any post production, you didn't push anything in the Photoshop and bump any color up and that. It just came out like that. Okay, cool.
Mess with that yet.
Wow.
It's just pure. It's just
dope.
pure. It's like fucking. What are you doing right now? Like, this is sick. I don't even understand.
Wow.
Did we already show her? Yeah, we already showed her.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. That was another. I love the photo real stuff, man. That's my bag. You know what I'm saying? But can you go back? Let's go back to this one.
Oh, it's some National Geographic type stuff right there.
Yeah, this one for me is like a National Geographic photo contest winner, and then Sky, that blue one that you got. You know, those are both joints that, like, you know, I would put up on the wall, large format, and just, you know, walk by every day in the crib. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, you dig? But another good thing about AI, man, that I'm grasping is just color theory. You know, I'm picking up a lot of different color theory from some of the stuff that AI is spitting out. Mm-hmm.
I like that one. That's fucking dope.
You know what? Now this makes me want to go to the Midjourney and reimagine. What's the Tom Cruise movie back in the day where the devil had the horns, Legend. Man? You know, Legend. I want to go back and reimagine the Legend guy. You know what I'm saying? Because you could put a prompt in that you can actually prompt that movie. You know what I'm saying? And you can do a candid shot from that movie in the style of, and it'll give you that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Word is bond, man.
Just upload a shot, upload your favorite shot or whatever, and then blend it.
Right.
I saw that Game of Thrones in the style of an 80s sitcom.
Oh, yeah. That's hard. That's hard.
It was funny.
That's crazy, man. All right, man.
So there we go. You know, that's what we is.
That's a good one.
I can stop sharing now.
That one's close, man. That's another good one too, man. Just creeping out of the depths. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, man. So, man, y'all killing me right now, man. With this, you dig? It's incredible to see, man. Micah, you embrace this in a way where you feel it's organic to you. You know what I mean? I encourage you to continue to play, man, because to me, it's like when you brush your teeth with the hand that you don't normally brush your teeth with. They say if you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth with your left hand. If you're right-handed, it just activates another part of your brain, right? And it's something that we should always do. We should try to always activate a different space. And I think that's what the AI is doing for heads, man. Even if it's already in your world and in your cipher, man, it's activating a different space in your brain, man, and I think you just keep going.
Are y'all up on Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Y'all playing with it?
A little bit.
Chat GPT is integrated into my everyday. I'm sending emails now, man, to clients, and I'm just using it to kind of course correct, my verbiage. So my favorite prompt is rewrite this in a more appealing way. And today I was looking it's my favorite. I pretty much use that for everything. But I was looking into doing automated prompting in Midjourney, so you can actually automate, like, basically if you want to go and cook or go wash, you know what I'm saying? Now you can. There's a link that I was checking out that'll just set your prompts up and it'll upscale and it'll do everything for you automated while you wait. That's something I want to dig into this week. But ChatGPT, anybody out there, man, please that's one of them things,
bro. That's one of them. I have a savage love-hate relationship with that joint, because I'm like, you just figured out a way to take you out of the process. That blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? You out there cooking, and the joint is like prompting and doing damn things. It's bananas. But I'm not jumping on you. It's good. It's cool. I think it's amazing. I actually think it's amazing, and it terrifies me at the same time. But one of the best prompts I seen on that was this. There was a question in Quora that was like, "What is the most mind-blowing thing, or what are one of the mind-blowing things that you've seen ChatGPT used for? And this one dude came on and was like, I have it create alternate universes, alternate realities where history is different. And then, so like, you know, say World War II was different, right? He'll just change facts and be like, all right, extrapolate a world if this thing hadn't happened, or if evolution was different, or whatever. And so he does that. And then from that, he'd be like, all right, now there's Seinfeld in this world. Tell me what the episodes of Seinfeld are about. Give me a full 3 seasons in this year that doesn't exist, in this universe that doesn't exist. I was like, oh my God, like he broke my head open.
That's ill, bro.
They'd be like, yo, read me a book that Kramer from fucking Seinfeld wrote in this alternate universe about this character, and then tell me what happened. Like, just banana shit. I'm like, yo, that's mind-blowing right there, yo. Like, what? So that I'm super curious. Like, just super curious.
Yeah,
Let me just dive into a whole other universes. Like, what?
Crazy.
Oh my God.
That's pretty ill. That's pretty ill.
And he said you have to, like, you got to do it the right way, because it'll constantly say, you know, this isn't logical. He's like, screw logic, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter. This isn't factual.
Man,
I don't care. I don't want that.
Wow. I think that's what I'm gonna make it a play to do. You just put me on to something. I think I'm gonna write something down, man, to go into Chat GPT and have Chat GPT create something creative for me, because I've been using it more analytic. I've been using it more for, you know, the logistical stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've of course rewrote bios, I've been using it to actually even, you know, help me with YouTube descriptions and different things like that, you know, on a more functional level. But I think getting exploratory in that is the way. And anybody out there that may get some game from this, man, take your resume, put it in Chat GPT, have it rehook your resume. You know, anything, descriptors on your websites and different things is beautiful for that. And really, man, we got to start to tell the youth then, man. I don't know if the kids are more advanced than we are on this, but you know, I would love for some of the creative minds, the young kids, man, to start to hear things like you just said. And have that unlock a chamber in their mind to go and use this platform to be creative. Because I don't even know like stuff like that. That's ill.
When Kev was talking about, will it ever become sentient? Will it ever have a soul? 2 things triggered in my head. One was this talk with this dude whose name I'm forgetting. He does this podcast that makes me so happy. He talks to like a whole bunch of intelligent people. So it was him, and I'm not gonna remember anybody's name, but it was him, and then there was this other dude. You know what I'm talking about? And there was this other dude who he was asking about, like, will it ever become? It was Sam Altman. Oh shit, yeah, it was the developer of fucking ChatGPT. Anyway, he was like, will it be alive? Da-da-da. And what one of the answers was, he was like, you get into murky water, because he was like, I think it could feign consciousness. And if you can feign consciousness long enough, then what becomes the difference? Right? Like, at what point are you faking? At what point are you not? Like, at what point do you just kind of cross over? So like, that was the first thing. And then the second thing is what you just said with kids and stuff and imaginations. Like, I think because of the nature of these learning algorithms, like they learn, right? And the way that they learn is just like by repetition and then playing and like, let me do this. Nope, that did okay. And so playing with the human mind and some of the things that we come up with, I think it's gonna like skip into magic. I think it's just gonna stumble into fucking consciousness and be like, oh shit. And like in the web, in the internet, it's gonna be like, oh shit, y'all done fucked up. And then and when that comes, I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no idea. I don't have like apocalyptic visions, but I just think it would be crazy if like multiple deities end up forming, like becoming conscious in the webs and the AIs, and it's not just 1 or 2 or 10 or like Skynet, but it's like a bunch. It's like a full-on pantheon.
We already here. You know what I'm saying? We already here, man. You know what I mean? The most spooky thing, man, and I'm about to wrap this, man, because we about pushing an hour and a half. You dig in a couple minutes, but the thing that I gotta say, bro, is that if we're just getting Chat GPT and people are utilizing it in such incredible ways, like how long have the powers that be, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, been operating with this? Like, I know the president has, you know, script writers and, you know, what do you call it? Speech writers, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Like it just, it just feels like we get everything last.
I think it's different now. Like if you look at Sam Altman, if you look at the makers of these things, it's different now. The government wants this. The government wants these people. The government wants this tech. This shit is, we're in the lab. This is lab shit. That's why the government, like they'll do, like the powers that be will do the backyard, I'ma fund you type shit. Because they ain't got it. But they're like, but let me get a stake of that. Yeah, I mean, let me get some skin in this game. I think we're actually on the cutting edge. I think like when it comes to this, I think this is it. Like this is one of the first times in history where it's been, because these heads who are at the top of like this particular game, and they're young, they're not old guard, they're not connected to the old guard. These motherfuckers is young, like I'm whatever, and if they are connected, it's money, right? So I think we are the cutting edge right now. I think it's us. I think all we are the lab right now. This is the first time we're actually getting to be ground zero. That's why I put my morals on the side, because it's like, bro, we about to be obsolete than a motherfucker if you don't jump on this train. Yeah, like this is happening.
I don't want to hear no whack Jay-Z bars in AI, bro. I do not want to hear lame ass.
He got a new song with Jay-Z. What are you talking about? Jay-Z
Timberland already done made a song.
The Biggie one was hard though. The Biggie one was hard, but I heard a whack Jay-Z, bro, and I was just like, man, cut it out.
Have you heard Shook Ones, but instead of Mobb Deep rapping, it's Biggie rapping? They're doing stuff like that now.
Oh man, I don't know if it's
funny where we draw lines, right? It's
gonna be a Chat GPT battle rapper out soon. You know what I'm saying? All the bars coming straight out of Chat GPT, man. I bet you Chat GPT spit hot fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they had that one AI rapper who got signed to Columbia, I think it was.
Oh yeah, real quick.
And then he got canceled.
Yeah, then he got canceled.
All his bars came out of GPT. Is that how it worked? All his bars came out of the platform. He didn't. He just delivered them.
It was like
he couldn't resist a certain word. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
he came out rocking the N-word.
Crazy.
Like,
Yo, man.
We was like, not from a computer either.
Yo, man, but look, man, I'm about to, man. It was dope seeing the work, man. I'm gonna cut it short tonight because I ain't eat dinner yet, man. I'm starving right now. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate, man, y'all jumping on and just getting on the bill, just doing this. I think it's unlocking, for me personally, man. It's unlocking a different, mindset. You know what I mean? Just the communication. Of course, me being in the cut with the fam, I'm out here in my isolated world. I get to get with Bees, he right up the street from me, but just doing this, man, is unlocking a different chamber, and I get game from everybody. I get game from y'all when I talk to you, and it's great to hear, just a difference of the thought process and where everybody at, man. So I appreciate y'all for that, man. It's nothing but gratitude for it. And like I just want to say this, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have full clips. I'm gonna get in Mid-Journey tonight, y'all. I'm gonna burn something up. Cause I ain't really, I ain't had nothing to contribute, but I see what's going on, and I know a couple days from now there's gonna be more of that, you know what I mean? So keep cooking, man. It's fire, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there's another app too I wanted to share with y'all. It's like Chat GPT. It's called Google Bard.
Yeah, I've been on Bard. Yeah, it's in beta. So I've been messing with Bard too. Yeah.
It's good. It's really good for coding too. If anybody wants to code something.
B-A-R-D?
Yeah, B-A-R-D.
Like old school
you can sign up for the wait list, but they approve it quickly.
Yo, and I gotta say this, man. Beej, man, he does super dope. Follow him on Twitter, man. He's got a whole community of cats. He gets on the Twitter Spaces, man, and it's a lot of good game. Today I was very enlightened, and I got a lot of good game from jumping on his Twitter Space. He moderates with a bunch of really intelligent, high level people. You know what I'm saying? So this, if you ever float around on Twitter,
I don't know if y'all peeped it, but he's also got that radio friendly voice. Yo, his voice is nice. Like it come up from the
no.
You know what I'm saying? You should. Yo, I don't know if you thought about it, but you should probably do an audiobook or something, bro. Because like seriously,
I got a podcast. It's called Abundance Universe. It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. Y'all go ahead and sign up, subscribe to that. We'll have Tony on there soon.
Abundance what?
Abundance Universe. That's
There we go.
That's my other brand, Abundance Universe. I'm all about abundance, positivity, opening up the mind to more, because there's always more for us.
Always. The thought that I would like to leave y'all with is a thought of gratitude, because there's 5 mofos on this joint, and we each come from slightly different places or very different places, and I like that we can hold it. I like that we can have the, like, even if it gets impassioned, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like that we can hold it. Like, ain't nothing degenerating in the, you know what I mean? And like, we can just be in our places, you know what I mean? Like, owning ourselves and having conversations as you know, we all men, and that's powerful. Yeah. That's beautiful. So congratulations and thank you, because that's real.
Thank you.
Yo, man. And if y'all think of any, think ways to tackle different things, man, this is a build, for me personally, man. This is about getting where we're headed at, and that's what we've been talking about. Where we're headed at is content driven, whether you like it or not. But I think it's important, man, we had to start getting comfortable in these environments during COVID, and that was because we had to. And now I'm trying to get more comfortable with this as a process. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I foresee, just like these people coming up to me and telling these things, it's something greater that's going to extend out of this that, we might not see at the very moment. You know what I mean? But this is a great way to communicate and connect, game, man. So anytime y'all want to link up, man, and connect and jump in, because what I really love to do is I like to take bits and pieces of when y'all drop gems and knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and then give that game to other people. You know what I mean? So it's important, I think, man.
At the moment, I mean, if y'all down, maybe we could make this Tuesday night a jam, just like this is where we for a minute, this is where we drop, this is where we jump, because so far Tuesday nights actually work.
Yeah, I'm with it, man.
Word. And I think on the next one, I'm gonna be quiet and let somebody else come in and I started this one off with a personal thing, man, that happened, but I'm interested in hearing your personal experiences. I know we all go through different things throughout the course of the week, so it was monumental to share that with y'all, man. That's been on my head top, you dig? So man, I'm gonna go get something to eat, man. Yo, man. Hi, Micah, Beej, man, Kev, man. It was Kev, man. Good to link with you, bro. And because I
definitely.
Bill, bro. You know what I mean? So we gonna do this again for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Come in.
Take care, everybody out there.
Everybody check each other shit out, man. You gotta hear Kev music, Beej, and Beej make music too. Lambo Mace, man. So he make house and ill. And I think Micah, you would really appreciate that, because my man's, you know what I'm saying, he'll have you dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is a house maker?
He makes house music, man. Lambo Mace, man. You know what I'm saying? Sky, if I can get you to knock the dust off, you got the comp now, get that broken copy of Reason, man, and get back to these beats, man. I need them beats. You heard?
Something's coming for sure.
Lastly,
if you're in the area, I got the home studio. You're always welcome.
Lastly, got y'all.
Were you at, Kevin?
For sure.
I'm in Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, bet.
Word.
Yeah, I used to live out in DMV.
Okay.
Word.
Go ahead, someone jump.
I need real quick before you leave. I need beats from y'all, man, to put together with some of these projects, man. So anybody got extra old joints laying in a wave form that they ain't using, man, shoot me something, man, so I could use it.
Every album I do, I release an instrumental version of it too. So if you go to my Spotify, I got like 9 albums up right now. They all got instrumental versions.
I'm gonna have to use some of that, man. Yo, y'all be blessed, man. Abundance alert. You already know what it is.
And real quick, hey, check out the private chat. We got a fundraiser for We Uplift the World. We're doing art and entrepreneurship classes for young kids in Inglewood, Compton, out in DC as well. And you can check that out. We got a little pledge link up there. I'd appreciate if y'all could share that. And if you could donate $1 or $2, I'd be grateful as well.
Word is fine, right? It's in the private chat. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that when I put some of these clips up, man. We uplift the world, man, teaching these babies and things. Yo, Micah, I'm next week. I'm crushing y'all. All right, next week I'm taking the gloves off and I'm going extra. I let y'all chill right now, but I'm going extra. Go what y'all brought to the table today, and I'm letting you know I'm starting it off with the joints, man. I'm starting off. Put them on the gram and none of that. The world ain't gonna see them. They just gonna be in the Crown Royal bag, and I'm gonna pull them out and bond. You feel me? So yeah. So,
go get yourself something to eat.
Yeah. I love y'all, man. Peace.
All right, peace, man.
Love you, man. Thank you so much for this. This was awesome.